Hey guys, my name is Reggie, and I'll be going over the patient desktop and a couple of the shortcuts that go along with it. Again, as you're looking right now, you have already logged in and you're looking at our main patient level desktop. To the right of this patient home desktop is the name of the patient, ARCUS CPOE1E. This triangle here indicates the allergies for this patient: food, latex, any medication allergies. Number right here is the medical record number. Location right here is the room number of where the patient is located. Gender of the patient, birth date. Visit number is the account number. Current location of the patient. At this moment, it is blank. This could be used for patient when they're going to an x-ray for diagnostic, and it'll show right there that that patient is currently there. Age of the patient and the attending doctor of the patient. Again, the attending name, the attending doctor of this patient. And if you look down here, you're currently on your inbox block, the interactive care grid block, and it's nicely categorized for you: chemistry, lab stuff, cardiac markers, ABGs. To the right of that, it will show you the code status of the patient. Again, the attending physician. If the patient will be allowed blood products, any transfusion reactions. Now if we go all the way to the left here, just under the patient home icon, you'll see a bunch of shortcuts here. Okay? You can click this up arrow to hide it, and you can click this down arrow to show it. Again, I will click my down arrow on my patient shortcuts, and this first shortcut here is the chart review. This is just like having the actual chart on hand. You could review H&Ps, IBEX summary from ER notes, intake and output, meal percentage intake of your patient, diabetic flow sheet of your patient, even vital signs trending of your patient. Again, back to my patient shortcuts. The next one will be the patient schedule. Click on that. You could see under a date and time of the patient to-do list that your patient will be doing for the day. So today is May 30, 2013, Thursday. You could see just under it, and if you even scroll to the right, all the other things that your patient will be going through. If there's x-rays, EKGs, it would all show under here. Back to my patient shortcut. If you go to our work list, which all nurses will be accessing at one point of time through the day, click on that. This is where you're going to see all the to-do lists that you nurses or us nurses have to do. This will include our acute care flow sheet, meaning that's our shift assessment, any vital signs that need to be taken, if we have any primaries, turning the patient, and if we have any AccuChecks, they would show up here on our work list shortcut. As you see, as I keep clicking all these things under my shortcut, they keep adding on, so I will close the shortcuts that I don't need. My next shortcut will be nursing order entry. The best way I can put this is just the way it sounds, a nursing order entry. You can order something without a doctor's consent. Now that doesn't go for any blood work, x-ray, or those sort of things. The most common nursing order entry that you guys may run into is probably an early breakfast tray. For example, the patient's going to have an early surgery at 9 a.m. Doctor says the patient could eat before 9 a.m. and is NPO post 9 a.m. You can go ahead and enter an early breakfast tray, highlight it, add the order. Okay. Then you could either do next meal or next two meals. I will just use next meal for this purpose. Okay that. Between tray line menus, select for patient, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Choose whatever it is the patient wants or whatever is particular to his diet. For this purpose, I'll just choose some scrambled eggs and oatmeal. Okay that. Again, just remember, all fields in bold need to be filled out. I will okay that. And that will appear right on top of this order entry block. As soon as it appears here, I will go to my order summary. I will accept my order. And voila. For any order that you do, whether it's nursing order entry or an MD order, you want to check it off on your inbox. So I'm going to go click on my inbox, expand my inbox, refresh that, And if it should have to appear there, I would have to sign off on it here. Okay. I clicked on my total, okay. And apparently with early breakfast tray not being an MD order, it doesn't seem like I have to sign and review for nutrition to get it. So now I'll move along to my telephone written orders under my patient shortcuts. So I'll click on this, my patient shortcut drag down arrow, go to telephone written orders. Again, I went to my patient shortcuts, clicked on my telephone written orders. Now I'm going to go straight into telephone written orders from the patient shortcuts. And if you follow my cursor, I'm just going to click on that. As you could tell, it differentiates from the nursing order entry, as to get into telephone written orders, you need an order author. So you can click down on the arrow on that, and you could choose the attending or either the consult. So I'm just going to choose this first attending here, OK it, I'm going to press OK again, and you could go under search. That's what I like to do when I search something out. I'm just going to enter something simple as a lab order, CVC dash. Again, don't forget the dash, it's like a wild card. I'll just pick CVC with a manual diff. I will add that order, click on that. And then I will go ahead and pick a problem related to that lab order that I chose. And I'll just pick something simple as edema. Click OK. I'll click OK again. And now for that CVC, just for this training purpose, I will press stat. Click that and I'll click OK. Again, it defaults automatically to a lab collect. If it is a nurse collect, you go ahead and change it accordingly. Everything in bold is, filled out. Now I will click on the red back. Click OK. You'll see it come out here. As soon as it comes out in this order entry block, I will go to my order summary. So I'll click that. And it is like my checkout card. As soon as it comes out here, I will accept my order, bearing that everything is correct. And click on that. And again, you always just want to go on inbox and refresh that just to see if there's anything new that you have to sign off on. And as you can see, my CVC did appear there. So you'd want to highlight that and sign in review. As soon as you do that, it disappears off your order list from your inbox, and that should send a signal to lab to go ahead and draw that CVC that you ordered. Next, under the patient shortcuts is our specimen label reprint. Again, this is not a specimen collect, it's a specimen label reprint. When you do click on this, apparently for this exercise, there is nothing at the moment, but along this empty page here, you will see a bunch of specimens that have been collected. You can go ahead and highlight that, click OK, then it'll reprint whatever specimen label that you highlighted and OK'd. Following specimen label reprint, it will be the vital signs trend. Over here, you can just nicely and quickly follow the vital signs of your patient throughout the day to a day before. After the vital signs trend, you will see under patient shortcuts, right over here, is the update contact info. This is where you go if you want to add any patient family update or any other important family of that patient who wants to be notified in case something goes wrong, or just wants to be notified for anything. Next to that will be the diagnostic reports. This shortcut enables you to look at the results of a patient's chest x-ray, EKG, MRI, or CAT scan. Pretty simple and straightforward. Again, on the patient shortcuts, you will see, I apologize, not the patient shortcuts. What I'm about to review right now is time correction, and you can find that under the document tab. And on the event time correction, you'll see something that says event time correction. I will click on that. And as you can see, it populates something that looks like your work list. Okay. And as it populates something like your work list, you will see that the ones in blue are the ones complete, as you could tell by its status all the way here to the right. And what we're trying to do with a time correction is, let's say your neurological observation, let's say it was done at 9:30, but you didn't have the time to immediately go and chart it, and you were only able to do it maybe around 50 minutes after, at 10:20, but in actuality you did do it at 9:30. So what you'd want to do for an event time correction is click on that, click OK, and if everything's filled out the way it was, you just go ahead and enter the new event date and time. And again, for this training purposes, I said I did it at 9:30. I'll enter the date, time, 05-30-13, invalid date and time. I guess it wants it the other way. Okay, then I will click OK. I'll accept the new date and time. And as you can see under my neurological observation where it says complete, a new date and time has appeared, which is 09:30, which was my intent. I'll click OK on that. And that will be that for the event time correction. Next, the final thing I want to go through is our shift assessment. I will just click on this patient home icon, go back to my inbox. Again, for all your registries, obviously a shift assessment is something you guys will always have to do. You can go under your patient shortcuts, click on the drag down arrow, and your shift assessment will be under work list. Now, you'll see here for shift assessment, if you're morning shift, you'll see the time and the date right here, 0800. If you're a registry for a night shift, you will see it down here, time and the date. So for this training purpose, I will go ahead and use the 0800 morning shift assessment. I just double clicked it. Okay, it prompts you to this page, and I will click document. Now I'll OK that. Current procedure is not being resulted at normal time simply because at this moment it is 13:28. That shift assessment should have been done at 0800. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on document current selected event. In actuality, we may be so busy in the morning, RT, abnormal labs, med passes, assessments, you may not be able to enter into your shift assessment right away. So, this 13:28 might be a normal time that some nurses start charting, unfortunately. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on document currently selected event. And then you're going to start off with your cognitive neurological assessment. And I'll just go ahead and fill this out just to show some of you how it looks. So field 1 within normal limits or exceptions is a bold, so you do have to fill that out. I'm just going to go no exceptions. Now I'm going to go ahead and document the Glasgow Coma Scale, the GCS. Eye opening will be spontaneous. Click OK. Motor response will be obeys command, and I click OK. Verbal response is oriented. Click that, and I click OK. Glasgow Coma comment options. If you have any other comments, go ahead and enter a free text down here. If not, you can just click OK. I will click OK again, and that fills out my cognitive neurological assessment. Again, just remember everything in bold has to be filled out. I will click OK again, and that takes care of my cognitive neurological assessment. As you see, for each shift, there are numerous body assessments you have to complete. And as you complete each one, you will see that the no data wording to the right over here disappears. So that means you've completed it. So you're going to have to go through each and every one of these fields, 1 through 13, to complete your shift assessment. And as soon as you do, you just click OK. And that should do that for the shift assessment. If you have any problem figuring out how to do this, how to access it, it's always good to ask your charge or the fellow workers that you're working around. Just accept. If I cannot complete my shift assessment simply because something came up, I got a phone call or I had to go to a patient's room, I just clicked OK, and I would accept it as partial, and I would re-enter it at a later time when I do have the time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, accept as partial.